This is the American Express Platinum Card, which I spent $695 on for the sole purpose of doing a cinematic unboxing and helping you decide if this is worth the hefty price tag. Let's get started. The Platinum Card comes in this excessively oversized box, which is mostly air, but inside you'll find the card itself, a more typical envelope with the boring terms and conditions paperwork, and several flashy welcome cards that outline the various benefits of this product. I opted for the original design, but this does come in 3 different designs if you care about that sort of thing. And on that note, I will mention that this card is noticeably heavier than my American Express Gold Card. Okay, but you've heard me rave about my Gold Card for years at this point, so why did I just now decide to upgrade? And the simple answer is, I actually received a targeted upgrade offer from my Gold Card to the Platinum Card for 100,000 points if I meet the minimum spending requirement, which that alone will cover the first year's annual fee. But let's brush up on the benefits that this product offers to help you decide if it's worth it for you. First of all, if you're new to American Express or just applying for the Platinum Card for the first time, then typically the sign-up offer will hover around 100,000 points when you meet the minimum spending requirements, and that should be worth a minimum of $1,000 when redeemed for travel. Although those offers are constantly changing, so I will leave a link down below the like button if you want to learn about the most up-to-date offers. Outside of the hefty sign-up bonus, the biggest benefit from the Platinum Card actually comes from the statement credits. This includes a $200 hotel credit for bookings made through the American Express travel site, a $240 digital entertainment credit, which comes to you as a $20 statement credit each month, and that can be used towards Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, and several other services as well. You also get a $155 Walmart Plus credit, a $200 Uber Cash credit, which can be used towards Uber Eats or the ride-sharing platform, a $200 airline fee credit for those incidental travel expenses, a $300 Equinox credit, a $100 Saks Fifth Avenue credit, a free Clear membership valued at $189 per year, TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, and countless discounts and coupons that you can view under the Offers tab within the American Express app. If you're like me, some of these credits probably sound pretty useful, while others are for things that you've probably never heard of before. For example, I personally don't shop at Saks Fifth Avenue, nor do I plan on spending hundreds of dollars per month for an Equinox membership. But something like Clear is a membership that I was already paying for, so that's an easy net benefit for me. I frequently use the Uber ride-sharing platform, so I'll likely be able to take full advantage of that $200 credit, and my wife and I also occasionally use grocery delivery, which means we'll definitely take advantage of the Walmart Plus credit. Remember that most of these credits are given to you in the form of a monthly statement credit. So the Uber credit, for example, can't be used all at once. It's just going to come to you in the form of $15 per month in Uber Cash. All right, we'll circle back and talk about these credits more in depth in a second. But moving on to the point multipliers, you get 5 points per dollar on flights booked through the airline or through American Express on up to $500,000 in travel purchases each year, which I think most of us will come nowhere close to. You also get 5 points per dollar on prepaid hotels booked through American Express and 1 point on everything else. And if I'm being completely honest with you, the point multipliers leave a lot to be desired, and something like the Gold Card is honestly way better in terms of spending multipliers. Now, as part of that sign-up bonus that we talked about earlier, they do sometimes offer additional point multipliers for limited periods of time, so keep an eye out for that sort of thing. But like I said earlier, those offers are constantly changing. All right, so everything we've talked about so far is okay, but for most of us, it comes nowhere close to justifying a $700 annual fee. But the reason that most people get the Platinum Card is for the premium travel experience, which includes access to the American Express Global Lounge Collection, including the Centurion lounges and 1,400 other airport lounges around the world. There are certainly cheaper ways to go about this with products like the Capital One Venture X card, which can still get you into large networks like Priority Pass. But the Centurion lounges are a cut above the rest and are only accessible for those premium premium American Express customers, which includes Platinum Card holders. The list of airports that actually have a Centurion lounge is fairly limited, so be sure to take a look at the full list here. But if one of these airports is one where you frequently fly through, then the lounge access alone will probably pay for this card as long as you are traveling somewhat frequently, because during a long day of travel, there is nothing better than unlimited complimentary food and drinks and a quiet place to just sit back and relax while you wait for your next flight. But even beyond the lounge access, the Platinum Card gives you premium car rental insurance, car rental loss and damage insurance, trip delay and cancellation insurance, baggage insurance, complimentary upgrades on reward programs like Marriott Bonvoy and Hilton Honors, as well as access to the American Express Global Assist hotline. So putting a dollar value on some of those premium travel benefits can be challenging, but even if you are just a somewhat active traveler, say you're flying maybe one time per month or more, then having access to all of these different travel benefits does begin to justify that high annual fee fairly easily. Remember that when we talk about whether or not a credit card is worth the annual fee, it really comes down to the net benefit that you are getting out of this card. The Platinum Card, for example, says that they give you over $1,500 in various credits and benefits, and that is technically true, but as we talked about earlier, a lot of those benefits are completely useless to the average user. So if I were you, the first thing I would do is go through those main statement credits and total up the ones that would replace things that you're already purchasing anyways. For me, it's the Walmart Plus credit, the Uber Cash credit, and the free Clear membership and TSA PreCheck. Will I use things like the hotel credit, digital entertainment credit, and airline fee credit? Absolutely, but those aren't things that I would otherwise be purchasing, and therefore they really shouldn't be included in this calculation. But just totaling up those few credits that I just listed, that already gets us to $644 per year, not including the point multipliers, extensive travel benefits that we just went through, and the large sign-up bonus that most new card holders will get. Now again, one could argue that the Venture X card offers similar travel benefits for a much lower cost, and there certainly is some truth to that statement, but the premium services that you get as a Platinum Card holder and the abundance of transfer partners that American Express has is really invaluable, and that's why I continue to come back to American Express, despite the fact that I have many other products, including the Capital One Venture X card. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of transfer partners in this video, but American Express does have more transfer partners than any other card provider, meaning you have more options when it comes time to redeem your points for travel, and having used the travel sites for American Express, Chase, and Capital One, they all do pretty much the same thing, but if I had to pick one, I do personally prefer the interface of American Express. So before you go and drop $700 on this card, how can you yourself be sure that it's actually worth the cost for you? Well, here are a few scenarios that are basically instant green lights for this card, in my opinion. If the total of the usable credits that we talked about earlier comes anywhere close to that annual fee, then I would say go ahead and get this card. If your local airport or one that you fly through frequently has a Centurion lounge and you travel at least one time per month or so, then once again, I'd say go ahead and get this card. And lastly, even if you don't travel that frequently, but you just want the best, most premium travel credit card with all of the insurance protections while traveling, then once again, I'd say go ahead and get the Platinum Card. However, if you don't frequently travel and you don't see yourself actually using many of these credits, then this card is a complete waste of money, and you would be way better off getting something like the American Express Blue Cash Preferred Card or the American Express Gold Card, which both have significantly lower annual fees and honestly have much better spending benefits. I personally have all three of these products because this makes up my version of the American Express trifecta, and I feel that this is a fantastic combination that covers every major spending category and gives me that premium travel experience now that I've added the Platinum Card. But it goes without saying that as someone who reviews credit cards for a living, I'm a bit of an outlier. So as always, you need to take a look at your spending and travel habits and decide what is going to work best for you. I would love to know what you think of the American Express Platinum Card and whether or not you feel it's worth the $700 annual fee. You can learn more about my favorite credit cards using the link down below the like button, or check out this video for a full comparison of every single American Express credit card. As always, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.